My biggest inspiration for designing this collection was just like the people and places in my life that like mean the most to me. The contrast between New York City and Birmingham, England. I've lived in New York my whole life, but half of that was spent in Birmingham, and I've been going to Creation Skate Park ever since probably my first trip back to England since I started skateboarding. When I first came, like, I was not able to even look at the vert ramp, let alone like drop in it. Skating in the two cities, Birmingham and New York, I wouldn't say that they're that different. Street skating is massive in New York City. Walk a couple blocks, you get on the subway, you could end up in a totally different area. New York is very unique. That is why I love Birmingham, because it does remind me of New York so much. The bull ring is kind of like an iconic spot for old Brummies, which it just so happens there's an identical one on Wall Street in New York City. I've designed 2 shoes for New York City. 6'2" is based off of my local skate park. That's where I learned pretty much everything. I really owe all my success to that place. Skating in the two cities, it's kind of no different for me, and I love skating in both places. For the Milk Street shoe, it's named after the oldest street in Birmingham and the street that my granddad was brought up on. I know a load of you know the Peaky Blinders. That's where the garrison was, right at the end of that road. Made in New York, this is my favorite out of the whole collection. I'd say it's definitely a very effervescent shoe. It has bright reds and blues. I like to stick with the primary colors for this one. Yeah, and now that I think about it, it kind of also represents the American and British flag. Getting to ride for P448 has been an absolute dream, and I am so excited for my future with them.